Searching podcasts for Dave, and one more time.
The esteemed American philosopher Will Rogers once advised, never miss a good opportunity to shut up. Well, here are two guys who missed those opportunities. Like, a lot. So much. This, of course, is Dave and Juan.
And 3.
Number 2.
1.
Woo!
Hey, right. Hello, world, and in particular, America. As always, you're welcome.
That's right.
You're welcome.
We're here. You should be grateful.
Here to serve. We're here to serve, and it is our honor, our privilege. Who are we, by the way? I'm Dave.
I'm Juan.
And this is Dave and Juan.
More time.
Thank you kindly. I had to do this one here. I was good to see you again. Good
Back
week.
at you?
Yeah.
Busy.
Yeah.
Not as busy as yours.
Well, we'll get there. We're talking about what's going on this week. Literally, right before we get on here. It's a Friday. I know none of you care. We're doing this on a Friday, early afternoon. And our boy was up there, our guy,
our leader in chief.
Leader of the free world, reading a teleprompter pretty poorly with sunglasses on outside and explaining. Yeah, like I said, this isn't political. This is just, this is current events. This is history. Because apparently they've decided that, with runaway inflation, the best way to handle runaway inflation is to spend a bunch more money on green energy. That's because that's
good stuff.
I literally, and I hope I'm not getting this wrong. I was reading something a little while ago, and they're literally making the point that, hey, Americans are going to have a few extra $100 to invest in new windows and other. They're going to save you money down the line. Is what's happening here, right? So it's it's like walking up and saying, you know what, we got a dumpster fire that's getting out of control. What are we going to do? I know. Let's throw some gas on that baby. We are going to smother the dumpster fire with gasoline. But anyway, this clip came out, and I just see if I can get it to play here. You got to stay with me here. Let's see if I can get this to play.
As soon as possible. I know most families are focused on just putting 3 meals on the table, taking care of their kids and paying their bills.
Yeah.
Helping you do that is my job. That's a president's job as well.
So
the president's job as well.
That's right. Well, two things on that. First of all, it's not your job. It's not your job.
Yeah, it's my job.
That's my job. That's your job. That's if you're out there, folks, and you have a family, that's your job. Your job is taking care of 3 meals, and right. It is not. You know why I know all that? Because I watched Schoolhouse Rock when I was younger. And they had catchy songs, and they had all these things going, right? And they never once said, hey, you know what the president's real job is? To feed you, bro.
Right. 3 meals, buddy. 3 hot to the cot.
3 hot. There you go, man. You can get that. It's called prison.
Yeah.
It's called prison. But
I'm not getting mine, man. I hadn't had breakfast in days.
Man, I'm missing out. But
I didn't even have lunch today.
It's always good to hear.
So step it up.
I know. That's
and
my
it's
job.
my job as well.
It's the president's job as well. Yeah. Do you honestly think at this point somebody's standing back there going, say, I bet they're not even coaching anymore. They're just like,
just get through it.
People on standby. And they cut it away in the video. They cut it away before I could see what the sign language person was doing. That's what that's always funny to watch sometimes, right? The sign language person is just, I don't know what to do with that. I'm just going to wave and there you go.
Throw my hands up in the air.
So there you go. So
like I just don't care.
Like you just don't care, bro. And so there you go. If any of you are hungry, if you missed a meal today,
right, blame it on your president.
Start writing letters. Start writing letters right now. But yeah, gonna make me hungry. That's one of the other things we're doing. So we got first of all, it's my wife's birthday today.
That's right. Happy birthday, lady.
That's right. That's
The
right.
pretty one of the family,
The
as you
pretty
put it.
one in the family. That's right. And that's a high bar in this family, man.
Hey,
I mean,
as
whew,
you know, I would have if wouldn't have known it was her birthday. I would have thought you were talking about yourself.
man, that'd be a good guess. It'd be a good it'd be a good guess. And you know, but here's the deal. I almost to follow you, I almost went find an old picture of us, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to copy, and she'd probably be upset with that. Same thing with putting a picture on Facebook. She prefers, the family shot. She is the antithesis of me when it comes to, and we always joke about that, about being in business. And especially when you go out on your own and you start something, man, look, you got to throw yourself out there. You can't be a wallflower. You can't be right.
Right, it's called networking. It's part of the
look,
job.
It's trying to tell people, especially the youngins, right? Especially when you're talking to the youngins. One of my lines is always, hey, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but the world is not looking for you. Okay.
Exactly.
Nobody, you're playing hide and seek in a game that ain't nobody seeking, y'all. If
Right.
you don't,
I tell people looking for jobs that, first of all, as somebody who occasionally hires people, it's not my job to find your resume. It's not my job to go out. It's not my job to remember you.
No joke. Oh, I'm doing that coaching right now with mine, and with the job market stuff. But telling them follow up. Trust me, believe me. And listen, if you're lucky enough to get an interview, boom, you follow up right away on the interview. Thank you for it's that you got to stay top of mind.
Right. Mine would strategize. All righty, I had the interview today, so I think I'll send a thank you note the day after tomorrow. No, it's no. You freaking send it right now.
That could be a new segment on this on this podcast. Old men throwing out advice to the youngins.
All right.
You might not want to take it, but I'm telling you, it'll come back, right? So
right. And my advice in that realm is based on everything I screwed up in my life. It's not because I think I did it right, because I did it darn wrong.
Right. And there's so there you go. And because everybody's in love with the idea that, man, you were just so good, so talented, so special that obviously everybody's paying. No. Everybody's got these things called lives.
Mm-hmm.
They're living them. You probably aren't a big part or any part of it. Don't think that they're right. So there you go.
Now you can also go to the other extreme on that. Because I'm trying to hire a person now. And I met one person a couple of months ago at this job fair we did. And for some dumb reason, I may have said this before, I have my cell phone number on my business cards. So I'm very selective as to who I give them out to.
Right.
I gave her one. This girl will call me on my cell phone. If I don't answer the phone, she'll call 5 times in an afternoon.
Call you.
Yeah. Oh,
Not text.
Yeah. No, call me 5 times in an afternoon. And it's just like, if you're this much of a pain when you're not working for me, I can't imagine what you are.
So, and here's the deal. If somebody with that, I don't know what that is. I mean, that might be an Asperger, hey, look, man, situational.
It's not that good of a job.
Situational Asperger's and situational spectrum is a superpower, man. I was listening to somebody. I'd give credit if I can remember who was saying this, but there are certain traits that if you got them and you can figure out how not to be totally annoying with them, that'll benefit you. Right. Because the same people it's like the guys when we were in college who always had either better looking girlfriends or had more success than you would have objectively thought they could. Right. You'd look at these guys saying, wait a minute, that dude ain't even good looking. I mean, it's like, come on now. And I'm not even judging by you. And you see it because they don't care. They're throwing spaghetti against the wall. See what sticks. Right. Oh,
shut up.
What are you yelling at?
My dogs, man, they're barking.
Oh man, that's ambience. That's ambience. Let that go. Yeah, you always had those guys that if I could think of some names, I'd give them. But there were some guys that was always like, man, it'd be nice to have just absolutely no. I don't know if they didn't take rejection personally or they just figured, you know what, man, I gotta get told 35 times tonight before somebody says yes.
Yeah, it's a numbers game, man. Yeah, somebody's going to give in eventually.
So that person, if you're hiring somebody that the job is going to be sales or bugging someone else, that might be a good trait. What you got to be careful of is that it's a
Right.
situational thing where they're not bugging everybody else. They're still
Yeah.
Calling's bold. That's a bold. I don't
Oh, she showed up one day.
showed up at your job.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
To follow up, and had the receptionist call me, and it's like, damn, I'm busy.
Man. Well, you know what, dude? Like I said,
Yeah. Wish your luck. Just not with me.
I don't have all the details. Right. Well, okay. So
Mhm.
that's one that went a little bit. So somewhere between the Glenn Close Fatal Attraction stuff you got going on right there, and our sons who are like strategically like, yeah, they're gonna find me. You know, they're gonna find me sooner or later. But yeah. So anyway, so we are. It's a big weekend. So it's my wife's birthday today. My oldest graduates from Houston Baptist University
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Very excited about that. That's a 10 a.m. This will have happened by the time you guys see this, but 10 a.m. and he's actually singing. He's singing at
I was
the.
gonna ask. All right.
Yeah, only one. Apparently, they tap 10. I think he's the only guy singing, which is sort of cool. And then we have a reception afterwards. But we're talking about feeding, which is kind of funny. So we're doing a reception at one of our favorite places called Flying Saucer, and they got a room there. So it's going to be interesting because I like the place because they have a better beer selection than most, and so it's a little dangerous bringing 30 something 40 people together at one of these places because they ain't pouring stuff out of a Bud Light keg. It's like, and you gotta watch certain friends saying, hey, can we let's sort of skip that $17 beer, right? They got that kind of stuff. But we have to order well, you don't have to, but order appetizers beforehand, right? Just before everybody eats. And I'm looking at the menu. I got it over here, right? Or no, maybe it's downstairs. And it says serves like whatever serves 10 to 12 people. Like that's what and that's when you want to call somebody and say, okay, bruh.
Yeah, 10 to 12 who?
10 to 12 who? 10 to I don't know that
10 to 12 Cajuns or 10 to 12 people from your town.
There's a platter big enough that I could go find 10 of the yawns I went to school with that would be, oh yeah, that'll feed us, man. You'd have no. So again, that's when you got to do a little investigative.
Yeah, it's all in perspective, man.
Yeah, perspective. Speaking of perspective, I better be getting one of the better weenie spaghettis I've ever eaten in my life. Because no, I had a friend of mine call me this morning. And we were talking about call. There are only a few things that you call somebody, they get a call from somebody and you're like, oh man, this guy never calls. We text all the time, right? You have certain friends that if they call you, like, oh geez, somebody must have died, or this guy, he wants a donation for something, right? It's going to be.
It's not anything good.
It's going to be somebody died or he needs a donation for something. But he says, bruh, mark your calendar for September 30th. I'm like, all right, why? I'm bringing you a weenie spaghetti. I said, to Houston? Yeah, I'm coming to Houston for a party, but I'm bringing you a weenie spaghetti. I said, it's either going to be on the Friday or the Sunday. Probably be the Friday. That's kind of funny. We're talking like we're lining up a vacation or something. And I'm like, well, I'm glad I took this call. I'm glad I took this call.
You could have been otherwise occupied.
It's bringing me a weenie spaghetti at the same, and you may have seen this as well. It's kind of funny. Like all of a sudden, some Bayou guys reaching out this morning. Another buddy of mine sent me something right off the bat that was I guess it was a news story. Latoya.
New Latoya.
Well, yeah, they're with the New Orleans police force. Apparently, they figured out after all these years, because I didn't know this. Maybe I did, but I forgot that the New Orleans police force has been under a federal decree, a consent decree, for a long time because it was so corrupt. So messed up. So basically, as the feds have been overseeing the police force, doing a wonderful job.
Oh yeah, banging it up, man.
Well, hey, wait. So wait, hang on. You talk about jump out of the fire, the frying pan into the fire. So they're claiming, and everybody's quitting. So they're losing policemen like,
Yeah, they
crazy.
retire and they can't fulfill.
Well, now
can't
they're claiming,
fulfill the
it's
positions.
because of the consent decrees, because of the rules that are being put, which is total flipping nonsense. But yeah, so the thing is, they want to get rid of the consent decree. I don't know how you do that. They're going to let cops start wearing beards, wearing
That'll
short
change it. Yeah.
wearing short pants, and they can't have nail polish now.
Oh man.
Now, a buddy of mine made the point. "Hey, look, man, you see a dude with a beard, short pants, and nail polish coming at you. You know what I'm saying? That's a cop that's looking to throw down. That's usually. But there you go. So apparently that's what's
That's what's been holding them back.
that's what's been holding back the that's why they're losing people, man. Grow that beard, put on some shorts, slap on some nail polish.
Not a good job on the planet that you can't wear short pants to.
I'll throw the camera down now.
Yeah.
You see the job we got here. But something else the other day. You might have sent it to me, or somebody did. There was one cop quit. This young guy, New Orleans cop. He quit on the job. He was basically he was recording something while he was there. He didn't go to work that night intending to quit, but he quit. And he was basically saying the lies they're telling about, the police force out there. And at this time, and I want to say it was a Friday night or maybe a Saturday night, the entire Metro New Orleans, which for those of you that aren't around Louisiana, it ain't a small place.
No.
It ain't a small place, and it ain't exactly a farmland. There's a lot of stuff going on. The entire New Orleans metro area had 35 cops on duty. There are going to be 10 times that amount parking cars at the Garth Brooks concert tomorrow night in Houston. Okay. Right. There will be a bigger police force in the parking lot of a Garth Brooks concert tomorrow than there was at this time.
Yeah. 35 cops in New Orleans and per capita. That's like, one per murder.
Yeah, but look, dude, it's turning around, man. As soon as they can start wearing those short pants, right? Growing that beard,
growing the beard,
nail polish. I'm telling you, I thought about it myself.
The new guys, they can wear nail polish.
They can wear nail polish.
Okay,
because you want to express yourself, dude.
Right. So, all right, let me shut up.
Pay attention, Baton Rouge. Pay attention, Baton Rouge. I mean, take notes. Take notes.
Yeah. All our cops, they got long pants. I don't know if they wear beards. I don't know if they have fingernail polish. But yeah.
There you go. I bet you think the I wonder if the person was bearded, they caught that criminal you were telling me about back in my old stomping grounds.
Down in Houma, man.
Houma.
It's Houma. It's like crazy town over there. So this guy,
shout out Houma.
Yeah, I'm sure just a nice afternoon of fishing. A Houma man arrested in possession of too many sharks.
Too many sharks.
Right.
I didn't know that was a pot.
I didn't either, but he also, as a side note, had meth with him. So, yeah, go figure.
Hey,
so,
who amongst us has not been enjoying a lovely afternoon on the water?
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe the sharks had the meth.
Hey, he needs the Sean Watson's defense attorney is what he needs. That guy can get anybody out of. But I mean, who amongst us has not been, afternoon on the water? It's a lovely day, man. You just mopping up on the sharks.
Yeah. Who knew there was even a limit?
Where's my pipe? Let me just hit. Let me. You know what? What would make this day better?
He was probably celebrating the big shark catch.
You know what would make this day better? But let me tell you, kids, and this is a public service announcement from Uncle Dave. Okay. Here's how you can tell drugs and mess you up. So apparently when they pulled up on this guy, he realized he had too many sharks. So they caught him throwing a shark back.
Yeah.
He didn't throw away the meth.
Yeah, man, that's some value. That was money already spent right there.
I'm saying, hey, I'm just going to go out on a limb when you are prioritizing what you don't want to be caught. You know what? Let me pause there. This is Louisiana. The penalty for too many sharks may be greater
Hey,
than the
it
penalty
could
for
be.
meth.
Yeah,
Right?
the wildlife and fisheries are probably better staffed up than the Houma Police Department.
They used to do that. They used to. That used to be one of the running lines. You're going to do more jail time for killing too many ducks than for killing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a good theory. I'm
I
guessing
had.
that the guy in the boat probably wasn't weighing that in his decision.
You know, can't you know? But I thought this was America. I thought this was America. Can't a guy enjoy a little shark fishing and a meth
Right,
pipe?
right.
Come on, come
Yeah.
on.
He probably just had the meth pipe in his mouth because he had so many sharks in the boat. He
Dude,
didn't want to break it.
Have you ever tried to handle too many sharks? I mean, I just
Right, right. How do
here's
you
what
catch too many sharks?
he's pretty good. He's pretty good
Yeah.
at what he does. So I mean, he couldn't have been that high. He was good at what. But look, when I first read that, right when I first read the thing, I didn't catch where it said he was in a boat. I thought they busted somebody in his house with too many sharks. I was envisioning some big aquariums and really I was thinking
Exotic animals.
because let's be honest, you know, when you pull up on, I've been on many fishing trips, you know, not as many as a lot of people listening to this, but I've been on a few, and we typically have some adult beverages on the
Sure.
you know, just one of those things. Which you know, you're not supposed to drink and
drive.
and even float.
Operate a boat.
Correct. So there's always that line. Okay. But when that's something I would not expect to pull up on. If I'm yeah, meth. Nice. All right.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could catch that many sharks.
I'm just gonna channel my Nancy Reagan right here. Kids, just say no. Just say no. Or just say no. Just say no, bro.
No, man. What you doing?
Oh, bro. Don't be a chew. Come on, bro. You leave if you're gonna do that stuff, leave that at your house, man.
Right,
What
man. Just come back after you're catching all the sharks.
you shouldn't do it anyway, but there you go. So good luck to that guy. I wonder if he's gonna get as much time as Brittany Griner.
I don't mean to laugh, but
You
I
should
mean to
laugh. Look, man, and look, I am not even being political. I just having a hard time working up any kind of outrage that
No, you go even if it wasn't her, you go to another country, you follow their rules.
and they can claim exactly. And look, they got people arrested everywhere in other countries. They had no evidence. It's just being there. Okay.
Mhm.
So do we, by the way. I mean, that's somebody the other day, it might have been Rogan, somebody I heard made a good point about how many people are in prisons here for about what she got busted, you know. So not non-violent crimes and that kind of stuff. And okay, that's a different subject in its own. But yeah, what gets me is apparently if you're famous enough, they will trade famous criminals for you. Right?
Yeah, but is she? I don't think she's famous enough. I think she checks enough boxes.
Well, you wouldn't know. Like, put it this way: if you ran into her in a mall, and she's from right here, she's from Houston.
Is she?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you ran into her in a mall, if you didn't know who she was, you'd probably say, well, she better do something because she's maybe 6'8", 6'9", she's you know, she's very
Yeah, she probably doesn't fit in a jail bed.
right. But also, you know, not that she deserves this, but not exactly. She got a little bit of track record too.
But the whole thing, you know, I've heard people talking about, our reporters say this is a crime of sexual discrimination and gender inequality because she had to go there because female basketball players in the WNBA don't make as much as players in the NBA. Well, team owners in the WNBA don't make as much as team owners in the
you've
NBA.
Been there. Look, so, and I'm not gonna steal all the stuff because it's funny. Bill Burr, I think
That's hilarious. Yeah,
dude, it's one of the funniest things. And it's so true. And it's one of, you want to step back, and I just love his attitude of it's not my job, or the president's job.
Right.
The president said
he's busy feeding you.
No, actually, he's claiming it is his job. It's his job, and it's the president's job. But yeah, man, that's so funny saying it's not my job to like this stuff. It's you failed. You go watch this stuff, right? You go watch this stuff.
My son used to tell a joke. He said, what would make you more sad if you lost a quarter or if your local WNBA team was moving?
Yeah, the quarter for sure.
Yeah, of course.
One affects you and one doesn't. And that's fine. But hey, again, it's one of those hey, God bless America. Go ahead. If somebody else wants to pay for it, if somebody good, but don't be mad at me. That's like opening a restaurant that serves food that I can't. Yeah, I don't want that, and be mad at me for not going. Like
Exactly.
how dare you not come support my boiled whatever.
Boiled possum.
My boy, yeah, my ball. Why do you say that? I think I got another pet possum.
Oh Lord.
Not intentional. Because my cat, and for those of you that have been keeping up with the the cat stories. So my cat now is like, yeah, she's living her best life. She does not want to come in. She's just, she wants to be fed. Like you said, she wants everything, but well, I get tired of playing that game of you got to leave cat food outside, got to bring it inside because I don't want to attract everything. Well, last night, I guess I'd left it out there a little long, and I look out, and as I open the door, I didn't look out the window first. I'd have caught what I opened the door, and as I walk outside, what do I see? Like scurrying away from the bowl into my garage, a possum. So now I got a possum in my garage, right?
Oh.
Yeah, they're fine. I don't mind a possum. They're kind of cool. Look, they don't want to mess with you. I mean, look, it's same thing with snakes. If you step on a snake, a bad snake, but possum don't want to mess with you.
Dude, we have a girl in our neighborhood, and she's big in animal protection, and bless her, for what she does. But she posted on the neighborhood Facebook page a couple of weeks ago. I guess possums carry babies in a pouch like a kangaroo, right?
Don't make me go to Siri on that.
Okay, or they at least ride on the mom.
They do ride. They do. Yeah, I don't know if it's a pouch. I know they do. They may start off that way, but they do ride on them. They ride on your mama, babe.
Well, she saw a possum, I guess, get hit by a car. Stopped to check on the possum. The possum was deceased, but there were baby possums hanging on to the possum.
Okay.
So she took all the baby possums.
Good for her, man.
Yeah. I'm more surprised that you would stop and check on a possum on the side of the road.
Well, that's good point. I'll stop for turtles. I've told those stories before.
I'll stop and pick up turtles and bring them
all
to
the time.
water.
Yeah, all the time. And like I said,
run away, be free.
Possums get a bad rap, man. Possums eat ticks. They eat all kinds of insects. You don't, and they also eat cat food apparently when you don't pick it up.
Well, you need to do like Mr. Kitty has an automatic feeder, so it only drops food at certain times. And he runs to it, eats it all, and then runs away. Yeah. Now is not one of those times because he's sleeping right there.
Knowing my cat, the possum would learn that better than heck, I got a duck that comes over sometimes in the morning, but always in the afternoon from a lot far away because I have oats and water I put out for it. I got basically a big old male duck, man. Me and him are buds. I think he likes me more than the cat does. And people in my neighborhood laugh when they come by. Dave's duck,
We have geese in my neighborhood, and this one lady feeds them in like an open lot.
Oh yeah.
And every day you drive home, and it's like like driving through a cattle pasture and get so much goose poop all over the street.
There you go. Well, that's one of my goals, man. I want to have not the goose poop stuff. I want to. I'd love that. I'd love to have a stretch of land. Of course, as it's one of those things, right? As you can afford, or would think you get to stay a part in life where you. Maybe like 20 years ago, you have to keep getting farther and farther and farther out in the country. So by the time I'm going to be able to afford the kind of piece of land I would like to have, dude, I'll be back in Thibodeau. I'll be back.
Well, now it's like, man, you got an acre, or they got half-acre lots in that neighborhood.
Yeah. I'd love half an acre where I'm at now. Stacked up. I'd have goats. I'd have it all going on.
So this is a follow-up to something we talked about last week, where I was getting annoyed that people go on Facebook, and because Raising Cane's bought all those lotto tickets in hopes of winning some money to spread among their employees. Well, so one person was, there was an article last weekend, or I guess from Friday, the day before the lottery, and said that he had bought another 50,000 tickets, and people said, "Oh, he should just give the bonus to his employees." And somebody commented that, well, that would have been like $4 an employee. He's got 50,000 employees, And the first line of the article read, or it stated 50,000 employees. Well, this woman's posting, no, it would have been this money, $64, because he's got 3,000 employees. And then somebody corrected her and she said, well, I didn't read the first article, so I didn't know. And so I commented, well, apparently you didn't read this one either, because it says it in the first paragraph. And she says, I'm working, I don't have time to read. And I said, yet you had time to Google how many employees you came to have,
geez, man.
so you could level some criticism. So she, I don't know if she deleted the post or just blocked me from it. I don't know this person. Rhonda Joe D. I guess she shares a Facebook page with her husband. But so she sent me a note on Instant Messenger.
Instant Messenger.
Not Instant Messenger. Jesus Christ, how old am I? On Facebook Messenger.
Man, listen.
What the note she found.
And what does
on
Jesus
Google.
have to do with that one?
I don't know. But so where it said Keynes had 3,000 employees, and and accompanying that graphic was, but keep it your BS. It wasn't an opinion, stupid F word. And she quotes the stats with her division. That was all. I looked into it quickly, went back to work. Now you can go back to sitting on your big A word. And I wanted to respond, I got a big belly, not a big butt. But she blocked me, so I couldn't respond.
Can you feel the love tonight? Dang, Juan. You and my wife need to have a conversation about what it takes. Because I don't know. You look for it sometimes. Because my wife's the sweetest person in the world. Everybody loves my wife. Everybody loves my wife. And yet she'll end up in situations where she crazy people zone in on her. She'll get people that go nuts. And I'm always thinking, man, you got mad at her. She's the nice one. She's
I would just,
I wouldn't say that about you. Because
no. This is and I didn't notice it for days, because since I wasn't Facebook friends with her, it went to some other place.
Man, yeah. So we got a trend here. You got a job applicant who's calling, stopping by, and this person, well,
people are seeking me out, man.
You need to say, respond back saying, you better show up with Joe D when you show up, because I'm putting a pink Chuck Taylor Converse.
That's right. We're sure he was fat. I'll give you.
That's right.
I'll give you a fat head.
I can watch this fat, what move. Well, you can't make everybody happy.
Nope.
Not like my man Mike Lindell. I love, I got nothing against Mike Lindell. Didn't know him from Adam before and all this stuff, political now, and it's all what it is. And My Pillow. You got any My Pillows in your house?
No.
Really?
They don't have those at hotels where I shop for pillows.
Oh, that's true. You do shop at hotels for pillows. We got My Pillows everywhere, man. We got toppers. We got all that stuff, right? And I just love, I respect salespeople, right? Well, this guy now, I thought the other day was almost a parody. It was funny. So Mike Lindell now, on top of everything else, has My Coffee, right? He sells his own coffee.
Man. Yeah.
And listen, he's on the commercial, and it's like they took a My Pillow commercial, the stuff he's been saying, this Giza cotton raised and and everything's always the best, and it's patented and it's trademarked. And I just love it because it's the old sham wow guy. It's like that kind of stuff. And he's talking about coffee beans. It's the same thing like with the pillow, man.
What they do, just dub in with coffee beans.
Could have been.
The most comfortable coffee beans.
Made right here in Brazil. Right over. Oh, and he's just talking about, I did a lot of traveling in hotels, and some coffee makes this and upsets my stomach, and some gives me the jitters, but I guarantee it'll be the best coffee you've ever had. And I'm like laughing.
Well, what's the name? Is it My Pillow Coffee?
No, it's called My Coffee.
Oh,
pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's My Coffee. Yeah, he's got.
Doesn't he have like some slippers or something too now?
Oh yeah, man.
You got those?
No, I don't got those.
Oh, you said you had a lot of his stuff. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but not slippers. I mean, look, I will give Lindell. I think Lindell probably is the master of, anything around the bed. He went into towels too, right? And I'm jumping around here, but the bed. So you
But
got
okay, I can get the pillows, I can get the towels, yeah, I can get the slippers. Yeah, it's in the same lane, so to speak.
kind of the best towels ever, according to
Mhm.
Mike. It's there.
But it's in the comfort realm.
They're thirsty towels. They're thirsty towels. It's
Mm.
you don't even know how bad a towel can be till you buy like some cheap towels. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to say all Walmart towels are cheap because I bought a lot of stuff at Walmart that's okay. But I can remember buying, I forget who got them for. It might have even been a gift or something. And it just some Walmart towels, but they were pretty. And I don't know what they were made of, but it wasn't 100% cotton, I'm sure, because it was like trying to dry yourself with a chamois or something, dude. It was like,
Bring it out.
you weren't quite dry. You weren't.
Get the beaded glisten on.
Yeah, you kind of like, well, this will knock the first layer of water off of you, but yeah, don't put your shirt on right away after you dried with this thing. When did I miss this? I guess I have because I don't pay very much attention to this. When did buying clothes with a bunch of holes and ripped up stuff become big again? Like
It's going in and out. It's pretty. Now I think it's just like one big hole, or maybe, I don't know. The
jeans that look like they went through a shredder.
you can buy the ones. This is a couple years ago where it looked like mud on it. And those are a few $100.
Golly, sort of told my wife, it's like people. I guess because what happens back kids back in the day, if you saw us win something with a hole in it, it was two things. One, we earned that hole.
Right.
All right. That's a hole. That's a hole we put in there. But here's what else.
Could have been a scar in there too.
Here's what else I can tell you. It wasn't on purpose, and it bummed us out because if you had holes too long, man, you were poor. I mean, you could,
we had iron-on patches.
Yeah. But now you got people, I guess they got too much money, or kids never going to do anything. So they want to buy clothes that makes it look like they've been living a life. You've been on your phone nonstop right? You ain't been.
Let me tell you, if your son's buying, pants with holes in it.
No. That would not have been anything I would have participated in.
Or for all those, because I've bought clothes with holes in it, for myself. As a grown man, as an old man, middle-aged man. It's been quite a few years, but the last time I did, you got to be careful when you're putting those suckers on, because if your toe gets caught in a hole, you're ripping them.
Isn't that the purpose? I mean,
no, but you don't want to rip them to that extent.
That's when you were sad, when you were having to repair your intentionally damaged clothes.
Right. 2 or 3 times I'd go exchange the jeans.
I paid extra.
Like, bro, I paid $120 for these jeans and they're ripping.
All right. So you won't say it again. If you see me walking around, and it's likely you could with something that's got a hole in it, I earned that hole. It'd probably be my underwear, frankly.
I got that. I wear pants that have holes where you can see my underwear.
I don't sweat. Like I said,
if I'm wearing jeans and I have blue underwear, no brainer, man.
Look, that's what they complain about. Like my wife's all the time. I get just, what are you gonna do with these underwear? Why do you have underwear with holes? Those are my favorites. Those are my favorites. That's why they got holes in them.
They're just broken in.
Those ones, exactly. Those ones that look brand new, it's because I don't wear them. I don't like that. It don't fit right. It pulls on my leg. The ones that are comfortable.
I had some on the other day that I could have fit my foot through the hole in the crotch. But I said, it's the ones I got out the dresser. I'm not going to find anything else.
You're getting aggressive there. By spending money on stuff. So last podcast, last week, I talked about I started getting a poison ivy, right? Poison ivy or maybe poison oak. And maybe it is the older you get that it's one of two things. It was either I either got poison oak, and I guess that's a bit different than poison ivy.
Different plant is all I know.
I know it's a different plant. I don't know if it's, I don't know if they're in the same genus. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds like, alliteration. That's all I'm going to say. It's an alliteration. and a gerund. That's all I'm saying. But man, it's bizarro world because I used to shrug that stuff off pretty. Yeah, if I got poison ivy or anything, it lasts like a couple days. And I was like 5 days into it, 6 days into it, and more stuff was. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah, I
wake
think
up.
your sensitivity to it or to your level of resistance
Right. I'm like looking
changes
down saying,
over time.
I know I didn't get into any more poison ivy. What the heck why do I have a new little, so, and my wife is very, no, contagious, not the word. She's very sensitive to poison ivy.
Mhm.
So she's had bad experiences before. So if she gets poison ivy, it's like, okay, you got to get
Yeah.
on it. And she told me about it. You go to the drugstore, and now it's over the counter, but there's this stuff you can buy, and I forget the name of it. And it's a 1 ounce. It's a 1 ounce tube, and you put a little bit of it. You have to wet the thing. You have to rub your hands together for. I felt like I was at a traiteur. I felt like I was. I felt like, like somebody's having fun. Somebody's saying, you got to rub it together for 30 seconds. You got to stand on one leg. Go
What's
get
the matter,
yourself.
man? Calamine lotion not good enough for
Yeah,
you?
bro. No, I live in the city, me. I don't calamine. No. So I just felt like somebody's having a joke. Like, stand on one leg. Wait.
Yeah.
So you got to rub it in there, and then you rub it into wherever it is, where you're affected for like 3 minutes until it, But you know what a tube of that stuff runs for?
Mm.
The name brand anyway, $35.
Oh,
$35 for 1 ounce. Now, I being the cheapskate, right next to it, Walgreens has one that's a generic version.
got to be
20, but I was like still 27, 28, But I'm thinking,
Did it work?
yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. It did. It well, I don't know. So maybe I may be giving it credit that it doesn't deserve, but look, I can't, because I was almost a week into this, but it was itchy. It was like giving me problems.
Mhm.
And I had to do that maybe twice, 3 times, like over them. Bro, look, I'm smooth pretty much.
Yeah, you go. See, as you're getting old, you're just getting more allergic to it.
It's money well spent, man. But yeah, 30 guy. I want to find out what that is.
Probably alcohol. 7% rubbing alcohol.
I'm of the belief, and I got to be careful because I've done pretty dumb things, just thinking, it might work, and then after I realized, oh no, I'm a big believer in salt water. I think salt water can fix.
Oh yeah, you go to the Gulf, dude. You could have the worst gash on your leg. Spend an hour or two in the water, you're coming out. That baby's better.
Some of that, or even in the tub, just pour a bunch of salt in the tub, and you've got something to, forget Epsom salt. That stuff ain't even salt.
Nah, man, get Martin's.
Yeah, there you go, man. I don't know why. I just figure, I may be a traitor at heart too, but I just like, no, I bet will work. Wash your hands with, even if it's something like an infection or not infection, but a cut or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put some salt on there. Salt on it, man. Wash your hands with salt. I think I read that in the Bible.
I got stung by a wasp a couple of weeks ago, and I should have thrown some salt on it because that sucker itched for a while. And I wasn't going by no $35 miracle.
That would mean, well, it's not the same, bro. A wasp is not a rash. A wasp is.
Yeah, good point.
Inject the venom. That's what you got there, man.
Dude, I've been stung by a wasp a lot.
That would have meant you were outside. Were you outside?
Yeah, I'd swat at them and stuff, and sometimes I'd miss and they'd come get me.
So where were you when you got stung?
At my little storage unit. So I opened the door and they had a nest on the back side of the door. And it's been a while, but for some dumb reason, I said, "Oh, I'm supposed to just stand still." Yeah, so that didn't work. I stood still, stung the hell out of me.
So you disturbed them? They were flying around, or?
Yeah, and I just stood still.
Oh yeah.
And then I just one just hit me.
I don't know. I guess
I killed him though.
That's the thing where I can't blame a wasp. Wasp's gonna do what it's gonna do. But half the time, man, I'm a live and let live. Like, okay, whatever. You got a nest up there above me, and I don't care. Just can get a little, you know.
Yeah, let me know when you're done with it. I'll knock it down.
And then what happened? Done that. But to me, again, this is our 75th podcast, so I can't even remember the stories we've done in the past. But I did that walking through this pile of stuff behind. That's all cleared out now. But when I had a bunch of things behind the garage, and I walked by a ladder, and I would never, ever, ever have seen that there was a wasp nest under right where it was. But apparently, I gently bumped a ladder, and they got mad and popped me. And then I'm just like, you know, I'm the return.
You left me no choice.
Dude, I'm the returning Viking. I mean, then I'm on a hunt. Then I'm like everywhere. Not only the ones on the ladder, I'm going looking for them there. And then it's like, you know, it was just like the squirrel situation where I said Bob the squirrel messed up the other day. Like, you know, hey, y'all got a
good thing going.
Bob better stop chewing on the house, or there'd be a lot of missing squirrel around here. That was the same thing. I'll just call that wasp Fred. Fred messed up for everybody. Why you starting?
I used to like to get spray mount, just spray glue, and let them get back on the nest and spray it, and then they're all glued to it and they can't go anywhere.
Dude, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Yeah, I didn't have wasp spray.
Bro, you got to go to confession for that. That's terrible. Kill him. Well, I don't know what's any.
I didn't kill him. I just immobilized him.
Yeah. And then I nursed them back to health, like your friend with the baby, like your friend with the baby possums. But good for her, man. It's that is not exactly an attract. No, baby possums. I'm sorry, baby possums are kind of cute, actually.
I don't know. It's either possums or mice that look like just naked pink little worm.
Well, they kind of probably all do, but mice will freak you out. But anyway, so yeah, let's see. We cover everything. We're here to serve America and
here to serve. Well, you know, it is. This one more. It is still hurricane season, and August is usually a busy month for hurricanes.
You mean still, bro? Yeah, it's middle of it, right?
Yep. This hadn't happened yet down here. I don't know about where you live, but in New York, they put Spam on lockdown because of inflation. So, you know, you get you some before it gets overprotected, where they've got it in plastic cases, you know, like when you buy a video game or software or
Spam,
or like a printer cartridge, and you got to bring it to the register for them to unlock it.
Spam.
I'm thinking that case is worth more than a can of Spam.
Sadly, it used to be. Apparently not these days. I mean, yeah, but they don't even arrest you for stuff in New York anymore. I mean, you know, it is the world we living in, right? I mean, it's we all need. You know what all stores need? They need like that old guy with the shotgun.
The dude, that guy was somewhere. That was in California, I think, where he literally 80-year-old guy in his store, and some dude comes in like you know, what's being called an assault rifle, but you know, I guess semi-automatic.
Weapon. There's no such thing. Yeah. By the way, I mean, I'm pretty sure most of the people that watch this podcast know this. Those are not weapons of. There's no army in the world that uses an AR. Okay, it's
you mean small. AR doesn't stand for assault rifle?
No, it does not. What is it? Amorite? Anyway, it's
a brand.
It's a brand. Yeah, it's. But anyway, I did see that.
So the dude blows the guy or shoots him with a shotgun, and the dude turns around screaming, "He shot my arm off! He shot my arm off!"
Well, don't bring an AR to a shotgun fight. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's it. The guy says, you know, he always likes to protect his employees, and he says, you know, this time he was in there alone, so he was glad that nobody else was hurt. But you know, he said something to the effect of apparently it was a pretty good shot.
Well, it served the purpose because he must have been aiming. Either he missed, or I doubt he was trying to shoot him in the arm. I think he was just trying to.
Oh yeah, I think he's just trying to shoot him or get him.
Just trying to shoot him because that's the thing. That's a fact. A buddy of mine who I used to work for, a great guy. He was and he's retired because he got more money than he's one of these guys, retires, and you know, he don't have to work, but he enjoys guns and tactical shooting, and he actually teaches that stuff now. And but he's the guy that told me years ago that you know, all the police stats and various things, and he said if you you get shot with a pistol, like something like 90% of the people shot with a pistol survive. Okay. 90% of people shot with a shotgun don't. So
Why? Is just because of the shot pattern or where you get
Yeah.
hit?
yeah, and and most of the time, and I think it's got to be a little bit of the people that are getting shot a lot of times with the you talk to cops, a lot of people that get shot, on the streets, they're all shot in the butt, they're shot in the
Yeah.
back because they're always running. They're doing that right. They're doing that runaway shoot kind of stuff. Whereas a shotgun is typically
A guy who knows how to handle a gun.
but I don't know, it's a pleasant comment, but that's a happy ending. I don't know if the guy's going to get to keep his arm, but hey, whatever, dude. You shouldn't have been robbing a store armed. Wrong guy, wrong 80-year-old guy, I guess. I'm impressed that an 80-year-old dude can still swing and fire
Yeah,
a
no
shotgun.
problem too. Yeah, no fear. Just pull it up. Hey, come at me with a gun. You better be
It's
better
like
be
that guy
quick on the draw.
like I said, the guy we talked about the other day, the 22-year-old with a Glock 9mm,
Yeah.
he goes 8 for 10 from 40 yards on a guy with a rifle.
Yeah.
So it's one thing to be hitting a target. It's another thing to like, wait, that dude's shooting at you.
Right. Hitting
And
a target that's shooting back, moving in a mall.
There you go. So yeah, hat tip. That's now you think maybe also if you're 80, you're a little bit fearless. Like, dude, I had a good life anyway, man. Whatever. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. If he wouldn't have had the gun, he'd have had a knife.
There
Took
you
him
go.
out with that.
There you go, kids. So what do we establish here, kids? Say no to meth.
They know the
Anywhere.
meth, especially when you're catching sharks.
Yeah, don't. Armed robbery is a bad idea.
All right.
Just it's always a bad idea. Just and we established right from the jump that it's the president's job to feed you anyway.
The feed
So
is right. So I'm going to get some president food after this.
there you go. You get 3 meals and some new windows and whatever they're talking about. So
And most importantly, as some are starting school, some are finishing school, it's your job to bring attention to yourself when the job hunt, but not too much.
there you go. Somewhere between our sons who think the world's gonna find them,
All right.
and the lady that won't leave Juan alone, and or just and be more careful about who you give
All right. Your cell phone number too.
your cell phone number to.
Give
Give
her
her my
after
number.
17 times of me not answering. She got the hint.
She's worried about you. She's
Yeah.
she's worried about the health of her future boss. She just wants to check in with you. But there you go. And invest in spam. Spam.
Spam. That's right.
Spam's apparently
On
the
the-
way to go.
Yeah, it's supposedly inflation, but we don't have that. So
Yeah, no. It's transitory, dude. Transitory. All right, there we go. Hey, we're gonna go down that path, and I think it's there. Let's
Sir,
push
you got a birthday to go celebrate,
oh,
man.
man, let's push the button, see if any of this stuff stuck to tape. Yeah, man. The buffet has been laid out before you folks. Episode
Pay
number
one
se-
price. Pay
episode
one
number
price.
75. That's right. Episode number 75 is before you. Knock yourself out.
All right.
Have fun with it. Slice and dice. Do what you will. If you want to reach out to us, and accept like direct messaging Juan to be vulgar with him and
That's okay.
call him nasty words. You want to be more polite and reach us off the social media. It's Dave and Juan at protonmail.com. And you can find us everywhere.
Yes, anywhere finer podcasts are heard. We're there. Or if you want to watch us on YouTube.
Why wouldn't you? You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Why wouldn't you?
No, you got a nice shirt on today, man. Is that new?
You know what? My wife complimented on me on this shirt earlier. And this is the life I live. I bought this shirt for my oldest son somewhere. We were doing something, throwing things together, and it may be a Sam shirt for all I know. Here you go. And he didn't like it. I love that he's honest. I love that he's honest. I said, hey man, I saw that shirt. I thought it looked like you. No. I said, okay, I guess it looks like me.
Looks like it's bought, so it's mine now.
There you go. Hey, well, that's right. I paid for it. Like I said, it's probably, me, probably Sam's. I probably bought this at the same time I bought some bananas and whatever I get at Sam's. I don't know. I get everything at Sam's. Anyway, that's too much information.
There you go. We were closing.
We were, but that takes a while. All right, everybody. Every week we tell you it's not a suggestion. It's not a hint. We're not You know, look, do we look like we're subtly implying this? No.
No, man. No.
It's a freaking mandate.
Mandate, man. I was at church the other day and the guy was reading mandates out the Bible. I said,
There
"Look
you
at
go.
here, man. We're talking about mandates all over."
The mandate we give you is to strive to have the bestest this week of your life. Do it. Why not? What else you got to do? Seriously, what else you got to do? Right? We're going to come back here a week later. We're going to sit down. We're going to be, we're going to be chatting. Hopefully you're going to be listening, and you will have a week that has passed. You can look back and say, man, bruh, that was a fantastic.
It was the best week. And I tell you what, on Wednesday of next week, I believe it is, you could make it part of your best week ever by celebrating Dave's birthday.
There you go. I'm gonna be the age of the steak sauce.
Oh.
That's right. It coming up, man. Hey, that one
Like a
seems
big birthday
old.
week at the Martin household.
Ooh,
Big week all around.
pile it on, man. Pile it on. Yeah, but there you go. That's what's gonna happen. The
That's
best
how
way to
you
have-
celebrate.
Right. Best way to have the best week of your life is have the best day of your life. And that starts with the best hour of your life. And well, after us, we know that typically.
Yeah, right. You're right. You carry on. This
Right.
we know was the best week.
The
to
bar has been set. The bar has been set. You're like, well, I don't think I can do better than Dave and Juan talking about meth and sharks and cops wearing nail polish. But, you can go for it. Give it a shot. All right, everybody. Until then, have a fantastic one, everybody. I'll see y'all next week, probably a year older. I guess that's how it works. But until then, have a great one. Love you, bro.
Back at you, man. And apparently they're worried about having that this year because of the monkeypox outbreak.
Mercurochrome, bro. Mercurochrome.
That'll burn, bro.
Man, look. And they don't even want to talk about that. They don't even want to talk about it's a pandemic, really? Because seems like you got to make an appointment for that. I mean,
at least put forth some effort.